So when it comes to vaccine, I know it's very contradictory, whatever word you want to use, because not everybody is for it and etc. But since you asked my opinion, I'm not for all the vaccine. Let's just say how it is. I've never gotten the flu vaccine and I've never planned on getting any, and I don't plan on getting giving it to her. Now, for example, the pediatrician asked me if I want to give her the RSV or did I get anything during pregnancy. I didn't get anything, literally nothing during pregnancy. I'm also not for vaccine. Okay, there's some vaccine that has to be given, I believe, like measles, like tetanus, like there's some that have to be given. There's also others like the varicella, the chicken pox. We never have chickenpox vaccine in France. We get the chickenpox disease, and that's it. You're fine. You get it once in your life, and that's it. So I'm not planning on giving that. For example, like there's some that I believe in, and there's some that I don't. Now, when it comes to what I'm gonna do for her, I was able to not give her the hepatitis B vaccine at birth, unfortunately, because I had a hemorrhage and because I got a blood transfusion. The midwife and even her pediatrician recommended that I gave her the hepatitis B because even though they do testing, blah blah blah, you never know. So I gave it to her at her 1 month. I was not happy about it, but you know, I don't want to have any mom guilt. So I gave her that. It's also a problem, but because my husband is for vaccine and I'm not for all the vaccine, okay? So I'm trying to find a common ground of not fighting every single time we have to go to the pediatrician with my husband. Um, we already had a fight before I gave birth about the hepatitis B, the vitamin K shot, and the erythromycin. My husband just believes in everything. Whatever people, pediatrician, doctor recommend or CDC, he will do it, but then he doesn't believe in other things like chiropractor. He refused to go to a chiropractor. He refused to believe in other things. So it is what it is. So I didn't give her the erythromycin at birth. My husband was so freaking mad. It's like if she's blind, I'm not talking to you. It's over. It's gonna be your fault. So thankfully she's not. I gave her the vitamin K shot, last minute decision, because she had a huge hematoma, or a huge bruise on her back of her forehead because of pushing for 4 hours and being stuck in my canal, and I don't want any blood clot or anything happening. So, and I was out of it, and when they asked me, I'm like, sure, yes, give it to her. And so I gave the hepatitis B at 1 month, and now for the 2 months vaccine. So I'm gonna put a screenshot of a ebook that I read, and I screenshotted like the page of the amount of aluminum in each vaccine, the same way that there is the Pfizer and the Modella, whatever. There's different brand of vaccines, and they each have a different content of aluminium. So I don't want to give her a lot of aluminium. What I wanted to do is give her a vaccine, um, like every month, to give her immune system a break. So the CDC recommended that before. Even we talked about this with my lactation consultant yesterday. She's like, yeah, this is great. I've seen it on the CDC. They recommended it, blah, blah. She looked for it, couldn't find it anywhere. So that's why I talked to my pediatricians, like, yeah, the CDC doesn't recommend it, it's not recommended, blah blah blah. Guess what? When I got the COVID vaccine that I had to get because I had to travel and it was mandatory at the time, the reaction of my body was absolutely freaking insane. Yes, I've never got the disease, I literally never got COVID, but I got the COVID vaccine, and holy freaking crap, the amount of cold sore my entire body was like, it could not handle there was something about it. And my view on it is I don't want to give her too much vaccine at once. So what I wanted to do is give her 2 months vaccine is 2 shot in the Rhoda to drink. Instead of giving her 2 shot at once, is to split into each month. So the 2 months vaccine she get one at 2 months, one at 3 months, and the 4 month vaccine she get one at 4 months and 5 months, etc. If that makes sense. The problem with like those is you cannot pick and choose because they are like combined vaccines. So I know like some people like all for vaccine and for against vaccine, but since in America you get to actually choose and say yes or no, it's very hard for me right now because I'm trying to not fight with my husband that is for every single vaccine and literally not even like second guessing the doctor's opinion. And then in France, every vaccine or whatever the CDC, the French CDC recommend, you have to give them. It's literally mandatory in France. Like you do not get a choice. So I'm like on the fence of like I'm trying to find the middle ground in the middle, so I get the low aluminum and trying to give her break, her immune system a break instead of getting so many vaccine at once. I feel like that's not good. I don't think that's good for any baby to for like it's just way too much. I know what they're trying to do is just get just one shot, which is the whole point of it, but technically it's like way too many vaccine at once, and then the immune system is like, I don't know. I'm not for that, so I'm trying to give her a break and do like I think it's like a delayed vaccine schedule, and also not give her all the vaccine, if that makes sense. So that's where I'm at, not trying to fight with my husband, trying to find a middle ground. I did give her the hepatitis B vaccine, like I said, 1 month because of the whole hemorrhage and the blood transfusion, and I didn't want to have the mom guilt. And the thing is, like, since we're going to travel to Europe at her 3 months, if I give her the 3 months vaccine, the 2 months vaccine at 3 months, and it takes 2 weeks for the body to really build the immune system, it's not gonna, and I give it to her right before the flight, it's not gonna work out. So I'm on the fence, and right now I'm really not happy that I have to give her the 2 shots at the 2 months vaccine. um and I'm not happy about it, but I'm trying to figure out a way because I'm still open to what people think and opinions and whatever, like I feel like there's not I feel like there's the good and the bad about everything, but I feel like we shouldn't be like, it shouldn't be a fight about it. Like there's nothing wrong with some vaccine, and then yes, there's some vaccine that are absolutely unnecessary. So that's where I stand. The chickenpox vaccine absolutely unnecessary in my opinion. I got it and I was fine, like the disease, and I didn't get the vaccine. So I think this is where I'm at. But I'm open to any opinion, suggestion, please. I'm so indecisive and I need help choosing right now because doctor are not really helpful. They just like, yeah, just do everything. My husband is for everything, and I'm trying to just give her the right amount of what she's really needed, right? I want to give her, for example, like the tetanus for me is necessary because I want to pierce her ears like in a few months. So for me that's like a necessary one. So that's my stand on vaccine, and I'm open for opinion and suggestion and talk in the comment. Thank you.